Hi everyone, my name is Barry and this is Centralised. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're doing a review on a Paris Corner fragrance and it's called Killer Oud. So to cut a long story short, I received 4 fragrances from Aroma Concepts. .co.uk, who are based in Leicester. I got in touch with them, asked them for some samples. They sent me 4 fragrances. They didn't ask me to review them, didn't ask me to do anything, but I decided I was going to review them anyway. I've already done 2 of those fragrances and this is the 3rd one, and this time it is Killer Oud by Paris Corner. Now you might think that looks familiar to a video that I did not so long back, and it ain't far off. I did a first impressions on some Middle Eastern fragrances and one of them was a Latafia fragrance called Midnight Oud. So I thought while we're at it looking at this fragrance, I'll do a first impressions, then I'll come back to it in a couple of days and give my final thoughts. But I thought I'd compare it to the Latafia one as well. In fact, it's not Latafia, it's Oud Al Zafran, which I think are a trading company under Latafia, but I might be wrong on that one. So anyway, we'll kick into this one. So I'll leave a link in the description to Aroma Concepts. I have purchased from them in the past, so they are a reputable, decent company with quick delivery. So have a look on the website. They got lots and lots of Middle Eastern fragrances, so if that's your bag, then get on there and check them out. So this is Killer Oud, and if you're not aware of Killer Oud, it looks very similar to a box by Amouage, which is Interlude Man. So let's look at the detail on this. You can see the Killer Oud in gold, which is quite nice. I like the paint on it. It's got the Paris Corner badge. It's got the details on the back, the ingredients. It's got Paris Corner in the top. And then there's batch code and expiry date and a barcode, and where it's made on the bottom. So let's have a look at this. Now this to me is amazing presentation. It really does look good. So let's have a look at the bottle. That scared the life out of me. That tassel, I thought that was the bottle going. So look at that. So a lovely blue bottle, and I love the cap on it. Lovely cap, and Killer Oud, it's got a nice gold tassel which might become annoying after a bit, but hey ho. And then it's got some details on the bottom. So I'll try this on skin. So the cap is quite heavy, quite a heavy cap. It doesn't seem to it comes off quite easily though, so it's not something you would pick up by the lid. So let's give it a spray, shall we? Decent sprayer. So first impression videos aren't the easiest, especially when someone is ringing your doorbell as you're doing your first sprays of a fragrance. But it's give it a chance to let the alcohol settle a little bit. And that is so good. So I've got a little bit of experience with another clone of this in that Oud Al Zafran version, Midnight Oud. Now the Ardell Saffron one was a lot more smoky and in your face. Now this has got an incensey, spicy feel to it, and pepper as well. But the Midnight Oud, it was, the pepper and incense was going straight up my nose and it was just too much. This feels like a more wearable version. That is really interesting. Now this is a bit more expensive than most that you find, but you can tell by the presentation, just looking at the presentation, you can tell why it's more expensive. That is quality. I'm really enjoying that. Now I was a bit skeptical about Interlude Man. Is one of these where people say you either love it or you hate it, and then in most occasions when you're wearing it, people around you won't like it. It's the sort of thing you have to wear when it's really cold, but I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. I really do. The Midnight Oud, I have wore it once since the first impressions, and I don't think it was cold enough out there. And once again, the incense and the pepper was getting right up my nose, and it was quite overpowering. So I'm really looking forward to trying this one. This is less overpowering. It seems smoother, it seems more well blended. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this. So what I'll do, I'll come back in a couple of days time with my overall thoughts on this fragrance, give it a full review, let you know what the projection, what the performance is like on it, and I'll add it to the end of this video. So I'll cut to some B-roll footage and then we'll come back to my overall thoughts and the rest of the fragrance.
All of you, you know it feels alright, alright, alright. Tonight.
So I'm back with my final thoughts for Killer Oud. Now, I've been trying this over the last week and a half along with 3 other fragrances that I was sent, and the price for this one is £32.99. It's an EDP, Eau de Parfum, 100ml, and you can pick this up from aromaconcepts.co.uk, and they've given me a discount code, SCENT10, so you get 10% off. I don't get any kickbacks, so I've just got that for you guys. Originality, it's inspired by Amouage Interlude Man, so not original, no, although there's not many fragrances out there that actually smell like Interlude Man. Is it lineal? No, it definitely changes over time. Projection, beastly, absolute beast of a fragrance this is. It is unbelievable. 2 sprays could fill a room easily for 4 hours plus, projection wise. You've got to be really careful with this fragrance not to choke people out. Longevity, once again, beastly. I'll tell you a story. A couple of times when I wore this, the one time I wore it, I'd applied it in the morning and then I wanted to try some other fragrances on the afternoon. So I went and washed where I'd applied the fragrance. I could still smell it. Washed it again, could still smell it. So I decided to spray elsewhere with the other fragrance. I still kept getting whiffs of it. And then later that night, I had a shower. Got out the shower, I could still smell it. And I do wash when I'm in the shower. And then the next morning I woke up and I could still smell it. So you're talking 24 hours. And that was after washing it twice and showering as well. So imagine if I hadn't done that, it could have even been going even longer. This is beastly. When to wear it? I'd definitely say it's winter. This will cut through the coldest of days. Compliments. Surprisingly, the wife liked this one. Obviously we're on lockdown at the moment, so struggling for other people to smell it. She thought it was smoky and church-like, which must be the incense. She's a good old Catholic girl, so she's used to smelling the incenses and the myrrhs. Overall, if you have never smelled the original of this Interlude Man, but you like challenging scents that will divide opinion, then this is for you. It really is. It's spicy, incensey, peppery opening with a great base of amber, leather, oud, patchouli. This is much smoother than any other version that I've smelt, and it's so well blended, it really is. And yet it still manages to perform really well. I mean, the other version that I've got, which is by Ardell Zafran, I enjoyed that, but when you put it against this as a comparison to this, it's a lot screechier. This is a lot more well blended. Hit or miss? Definitely a hit from me. Worth the money? Definitely well worth it. And I will be wearing this throughout the winter. But only 2 sprays. Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.